Hi everyone, thank you for tuning back into the channel and always clicking and supporting. Before the video starts, please give this video a like. It helps when the video has been posted and then you like the video and the whole algorithm of YouTube. So please like the video before the video starts. So this video is for those who are car enthusiasts and like cars and essentially want to get their first sports car. When I say sports car, I mean like entry level, like performance car. So guys, just if you appreciate the video I'm putting out, please like the video and then subscribe. So now when you're looking at your first car, your first performance car, you should always think about the route in which, or the route you want to go with the car, whether you're going for looks or you're going for performance. When you're buying your first performance car as well, it's like going to buy your first normal car, right? You go in, you look at the mileage, you look at the service history, you look at the specification of the car, whether they fall in line with what you personally want, and you look at the general aspect of the car, whether the car has been kept or unkept. So you take it into a workshop or a specialist who can come and have a look at it for you, to see whether the car is worth buying. You also have to look at some history on the car, whether the car is a hot car. When they say a hot car, it means it's stolen, or has any outstanding duties and penalties to be paid on the car. So that's the first aspect. That's for any car you're going to buy. So even if it's a regular car, I don't want to mention any car before people say I'm discriminating here, but any regular car, that's the same thing you have to do. So yes, so I'm gonna just give you five. I'm gonna give 5 cars that I think every entry-level car enthusiast who's looking for their first performance car should look out in getting, and is in no particular order. It's always good to look at things you can hopefully afford and then build on. The 5 cars that I think people should look into when buying their first performance cars. First on the list, I'm always going to go with a BMW, and I would say anything with a B58 in there. So that's the 140i, 240i, 340i, 440i, 540i, 640i. I don't know if you want a 740i, but X540, X640, X340, basically anything that has a B58 in it. That's BMW's flagship engine at the moment, apart from the S58 from the M3. Yeah, that's one car to look at, and with that you can do so much in the sense that with about $5,000, $6,000, you can achieve about 650 horsepower. No, not a lot of cars in Ghana are touching you with 650 horsepower. You're killing M3s, you're killing C63s, you're killing RS5s, stock RS6s, maybe even stock M5s. Think about it. BMW has a reputation right now for having cars that are being built for speed and being modified for 1,000 horsepower and so on. So I would say BMW with the B58 engine. If you like the shape of the Toyota Supra, which has the BMW heart in there, which is the B58, you can go for that one as well. So then the second on the list, so you have the Golf R and the Golf GTI. So I would say with that one, it depends on your budget, because you could get a Golf 6 GTI or Golf 6R around. I don't know whether anybody has any of those for sale at the moment, but you could have one of those. You could also have the Golf 7R, Golf 7 GTI, or Golf 8R or Golf 8 GTI. All these cars I'm listing, remember, they are entry-level cars. When I say entry-level, they're entry-level in the performance range, where it's about 250 horsepower to about 400 horsepower, that range. So those are entry-level sports cars. So the VW Golf GTI and R. And if you're lucky, you can actually get a Golf 5 or Golf 4 R32. Those ones are lovely sounding cars. They are for purists. They don't have turbos, they're naturally aspirated. And I almost got a Golf 4 R32 about a year ago, and I missed out on that by a couple of days. Still hurts me to this day, but yeah, let's keep moving. Number 3 on the list are the Audis. And Audis you can look into are the RS3s. That's the 5-cylinder from Audi, their flagship engine when it comes to the 5-cylinder. They've had that engine for years. That's the RS3. They sound good, the 2.5 liter 5-cylinder, but they are very solid cars. They are reliable, they are fast, all-wheel drive, good on the track, good for building power for Afienya airstrip days. Yeah, the RS3. Number 4 on the list, I'll say, is the Honda Accord. Now, I think the Honda Accord should have been number 1 on the list because those cars are very reliable. That's a 2.0T from the Honda Accord. But they also have a platform, an aftermarket platform, where you could build on them and then push a lot of power. When I say a lot of power, I know with a turbo upgrade, you can get about, is it 350 to 450 horsepower to the wheels, and that's about 500 thereabout to the crank, and that's fast. Bear in mind, most sports cars from the factory in Ghana here are pushing about 400 to 450 and 500, so you will be able to keep up, if not pass, the sports cars around. So I mentioned the BMW to the B58, N54 and N55. I've mentioned the Golfs. I've mentioned the Audi RS3, and I've mentioned the Honda Accord with the 2.0T in there. All these cars are lovely cars, and if they are within your budget of purchase, I think you should go for it. Now, build your own car in the sense that I'm going to use the platform of the BMW, right? As an enthusiast, building your car for the car show scene and a car meet scene. You could buy a BMW E30, E36, or an E46. If those are cars that you'd be interested in buying, you can do that. And then you put in M54 or M50 with a 2.5 liter or 3.0 liter from BMW. And you just go through the whole process of modifying it from there. Now, when you do that, you're going to have a car that is acceptable everywhere, and people are going to really love what you have put your money towards. Essentially, a whole project. So that's a whole project on its own. It is very cost efficient depending on who you are. When I say that, you could get an E30 right now for anywhere between 9 to 15,000 cedis. Then you buy the engine and the gearbox of the M50 from the E46 with the M54 B25 or B30, which will run you about 16,000 cedis. Then you would buy so that will come with the wiring, the ECU, and all that stuff. Then you have to buy engine mounts. You have to buy the radiator. You have to buy the fan. You have to then essentially make sure the car is running right. So you do all your health checks, and that's also money. I'll say in total, if you're able to budget an amount of 60 to 80,000 cedis, you should be able to build a very solid E30 project, or an E36 project, or an E46 project. So if that's what you feel like you want to do and it's something that you're interested in, you can go for it. You can comment down below if you think I have missed out on other cars that you think are also entry-level cars for car enthusiasts to build and have and modify, so that when we have car shows and car meets, you can come to these car meets and car shows and show your car off. It's always fun to see people bring their cars with different stories and different approaches on their cars. As I mentioned in the video earlier on, there are different routes or routes you can take when building a car. People build for looks, people build for power. So it's up to you guys. what you want to do. But I'm grateful you've been able to watch the video this long. If you feel like you like the video and like the kind of content I'm putting out, kindly like the video, share the video, and comment down below cars you think I've missed. Till then, I'll see you later. Thank you. Bye.